Hey folks, Landstryder here, and welcome back to another episode on the Colonial Engineers 2 server. I am standing here in front of my new farm. Yes, I had decided to make a guardian farm. I actually decided to make this quite a while ago, but I had been putting it off, trying to come up with some kind of a design that was in some way unique from all the other ones out there on the internet. I don't know if I really succeeded or not, but let's go take a closer look at it. In fact, we'll go ahead and put this jetpack on. I was finding this very useful for while I was trying to work on this, because I need to kind of hover in the air. And it's also a good idea to turn your elytra off whenever you're using a jetpack for various reasons. Primarily, you can get moving too fast and smash into a wall and kill yourself, and it can make it a little bit difficult to control. So, yeah, good idea to turn that off. So let's take a look at it. I just used netherrack because it was just it was the material I just had a lot of. So went ahead and used netherrack. I've been gone back through and started replacing some of that netherrack. This was all solid. I went back through with the exchanger tool and replaced a bunch of it with glass, so we could actually see what was going on in here. You see that they're accumulating down here in the kill chamber, and the player is meant to stand here in the kill chamber. This happens to be about 30 blocks. You see we're at Y90 if we stand right here, and the surface of the water is at Y60 something, but they don't spawn above Y60. So you're good up here. You're 30 blocks away, so the whole spawning area should be available for them to spawn in. Let's go ahead and get rid of some of these guys. But yeah, you can stand here. Of course, we have these trapdoors because when you hit these guys, they have a tendency to knock you back. It's also a good idea to have your hover off on if you have a jetpack on, because they'll knock you up in the air. And then I replaced the material immediately around the kill chamber here with obsidian and special glass, because a lot of people have the silent gems weapons and tools which would insta-break the regular glass. So right there we have the hardened glass from Engineer's Decor. That takes a lot more effort to break it with your combat weapon. So yeah, I had broke out a couple pieces of glass, and then these guys started spilling out the backside. So I went ahead and fixed that. And then I've got obsidian here just to make it a nice hard surface to smack your weapon against in case you miss. But these hoppers just go right into these barrels. You can see we've got quite a lot of material collected already. And then this lever right here is remotely tied. Come up here and turn our hover back on. There we go. Is remotely tied to that industrial link receiver using an ender pearl, so that when I turn that on, that's going to dispense that lava up there, and it turns the farm into automatic mode. So now, if I get rid of the ones that were here a second ago, get rid of all these guys that didn't actually go through the lava. That should do it. Yep. Okay, so all the guys that had gone through the lava have been dealt with. So now, all of the guardians that go through that are going to catch on fire. They're going to come down. Most of them are going to get killed instantly, but even if they don't get killed instantly, they're going to bounce around a little bit and then burn to death. As you can see, we got a little bit of lag on the server going right now. There's a few people on, which isn't too big of a deal. I was a little concerned. That was one of the reasons I was kind of putting this off, is I was a little afraid it was going to make too much lag. But honestly, it really didn't add that much to what was already going on. So, and it'll only be active if somebody's over here buying. You can see it produces quite a bit of guardians. So And then what they're doing down here. So I've got these areas. Oh, let's turn the hover off for a second. The spawning area is actually only 7 blocks wide. So it's a 7, and then it goes the entire length of the original Guardian Monument from front to back. And then this, like I said, the spawning area is 7 wide, which allows the water streams at the very top of the bubble columns that we're using to shoot the Guardians up. So instead of letting them drop down or sending them to the nether and back and forth, we're actually just letting them float up to the top. Let's come down here, it's a little easier to see. Just letting them float up to the top using soul sand. That pushes them all up. And then the very top layer is actually flowing water, which pushes them over towards the center. And then hopefully we get a few of them spawn here. Yeah, there we go. We see some being pushed right now. We do get the occasional seahorse in there as well, but that's no big deal. And don't mind collecting a bit of those as well. But you can see there's a seahorse right there. He's in there. But these guys all get pushed up, and then the flowing water pushes them over to the center, and then there's steps of flowing water that push them down over to the other side. Let's go take a look at that. Pushes them down until they get to this bubble column, which they then enter. They mostly don't get stuck there too much. That's why I have it 3 tall, and then there's some signs there to prevent the water from flowing out, pushing them away from the column. But yeah, they go in there pretty easily, and then they get pushed all the way up there, where they then get pushed out and down this direction, and then they take some fall damage when they fall down this chute. Most of them survive. They do occasionally, like if they happen to jump just at the right time up there, they can fall far enough to kill themselves. But most of them survive with 1 heart left. So you could sit here and punch them with your fist if you really wanted to, but the main purpose of it is to allow you to use a looting sword to get all that extra loot. But there it is. I'm going to do some more decoration to it. Not too much else to explain. I think that is pretty much the whole thing. The whole thing in a nutshell there. Like I said, yeah, we definitely got to do something to make this more interesting to look at. Right now, it is very ugly. I am aware. I'm very aware. It's ugly. But we're going to fix that up as soon as we figure out what materials we want to use, and maybe build something around it to make it look good from a distance as people are approaching it. It doesn't matter too much about what it looks like when you're using it, but we do want to replace all this netherrack material with something a little more durable, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So that's going to happen, but I just wanted to show you guys this. This is the thing that I've been working on for a while. This is like the last big project that I have to do on the server that I can think of. Now, I'm really hoping that somebody's gonna give me a new project. Give me something else big to build or something to do, because I'm running out of things to do. The only other thing that I think I would like to maybe do for one more episode is do another create video where we are going to maybe rebuild the tree harvester that I posted a little clip of, and there was no audio with that because reasons. And I thought it would be a good idea to build that from the ground up, from scratch, and give you the walkthrough as to what things do what and why. So let me know if that sounds like it's a really great idea for you guys. But this is gonna be a very, very, very short episode today, so I do hope you guys enjoyed it. There it is. That is my Guardian farm. Hopefully it is a little different than some of the other things you may have already seen on the YouTubes and stuff. So, but anyway, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for today. It's gonna be a very short one. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button, and don't forget to ring the bell if you want to be notified when new ones are coming. Thanks, and I will catch you later.